Welcome back to Twin J Racing, everyone. This time, we're going to finally do the video I've talked about a few times. I'm planning on doing Power Tour this year, but I got to figure out what I'm going to drive. So we're going to talk about all the vehicles I own, what they need, why and why not I would not take it on Power Tour. So, follow along. I have my list right here of all my vehicles. I mean, you see the side that's scratched out. Follow along as we talk about my vehicles. Welcome back to Twin J Racing, everyone. I'm going to do this video I've been talking about in a couple of Fun Day Fridays. We're going to talk about every vehicle that's basically in my stable currently. And by vehicles, I mean cars. I'm not talking about the 3 bikes we own. I mean, technically 2 of them are mine, which I don't even hardly ride, but that's a whole nother subject. And we're going to talk about my motorhome because, well, we're just going to talk about it because it's technically a vehicle. So there's some that you guys haven't seen, some that are going to be a surprise, and well, we're just going to start. We're going to start with the vehicle I've owned the longest, and we're going to end with the vehicle that I technically don't even have yet. It's a new project coming to the channel. I've seen one picture of it. I know what it is, but I've seen one picture of it. That's it. So we're going to find out what that is. We're actually going and getting it next weekend, which is probably when this is going to be posted. As of right now, that's my plan, if I can get it done and edited before I leave. But anyways, without further ado, the first vehicle on my list is this vehicle. I have had, yeah, it's the Diet Pepsi can holder because I haven't crushed them yet, but is this piece. This is my 1971 Cutlass Supreme, which, yeah, we're working on that. We've done a whole video on this, so I'm not going to go into in-depth what it is. So if you want to know about it, go watch the video on this car. The main reasons why this car is definitely not even a contender. I love my car, and when I was younger, I loved driving it everywhere. But as I'm older and as my back is worse, I cannot drive it everywhere anymore, unfortunately. Options, personal opinions. I put the Kirky seats in here. And I mean, there's people out there that drive drag week and more power to them, but these aluminum seats and the angle they're at and everything to fit them in the car is absolutely horrible. And in all honesty, I may try to tilt them back some more when I do the new roll cage next year, because I think that would help with some of the comfort of driving because it's too straight. I think they're designed to be at a little bit more of an angle, but I didn't know that when I put these in. So that's the first thing. It is just flat uncomfortable to drive this car. Completely uncomfortable to drive this car. The fuel pedal is hard to push. It is just not fun. And the other big problem with this car is it is loud. And I stress the word loud. Bullet mufflers underneath of it. Maybe I'll try to put a picture in here. Maybe I won't. But it's got bullet mufflers underneath this thing. And it is just flat, loud, and obnoxious to drive around. I love driving the car around town. I'll drive it down to the cruising spot. I'll drive it down to the beach. And I'll drive it home. And that's about my extent of what I want to drive this car. I love it. And the other thing is it's an E85 car with a 10-gallon cell. So that isn't going to get you very far. And you're going to have to get E85 all the time. And it's got a 456 gear. Yes, it's got 29.5-inch tall tires. Well, those wouldn't be on it for this road trip because they're drag slicks. But that's another thing. I don't have street tires. I do, but they're real short. And they're pretty worn out too. I actually need to bother my buddy about another set. And it's just, this car is not designed for driving on the street. And it's not fun to drive long distances. So this car is out. And like I said, it don't even run currently. So the next one we're going to talk about, get the list out here. Well, technically, next one we're going to talk about is my 66 GTO. So we will cut to a video of that. And then there's the GTO. And this is self-explanatory how this is not going to go on Power Tour in 4.5 months. I mean, there are people that can work miracles. I'm not one of them. I am definitely not one of them, but some people can. This is going to get worked on. Me and the wife were actually talking about it last night, some different options, but we need to get rolling on this, but we got to finish the blue car first, and then we got to get going on this. And other distractions aren't helping, but this is where this one's at, and this is why this isn't even a talk. When this one's done, 100% Power Tour. This is going to be the driver, but right now it's not. And we will get it to that point. It's just not going to be today, tomorrow, or this year. So, and we'll go back to the shop. Now that we've talked about the GTO, because I honestly thought there was another car, but nope, the GTO is next. Good thing I write a list. Is a car that we haven't talked about on here. I think I mentioned it on the last Fun Day Friday. I'm going to sit down here. Is my wife's Hearse. You guys all know about the 72, but you guys don't know about the 64. Yeah, the 64 Cadillac Hearse. She got a 64 Crown Superior Souvenir that we bought. It's 3-way loader. It's a really cool car. Some rust issues, some other stuff. It needs a lot of love. It's actually currently not even in the state of Indiana. It is at a body shop getting the body work done on it. It's one of those. It's a friend of mine. He's doing it on his time frame. So when he gets to it, he gets to it. It's no rush or anything. But I will put some pictures in of her car. Like I said, it's a 64 3-way loader. You know, it's a fun car. It starts, it runs, it drives. It needs leaf springs. It needs all the front suspension rebuilt. It's got a lot of stuff it needs. And like I said, right now it's in a body shop. Getting fixed up. Getting looking nice and pretty. So that car is out for that reason. Let's see here. Let's get the list back out. Well, that brings us to the 72, which you guys have seen the 72 on here. It's put away right now, so I'm not going to shoot any video of it. But I'll put in a couple of pictures. But you guys have seen the 72 Oldsmobile Hearse on here. The long and short of it, it actually is a fun car to drive, but it is a little loud. It's straight piped. Pipes come out the side. It's not bad, but after you drive it for about 20 minutes, it gets loud. And that's my opinion. It's not my car, so I can't change it. We drove it all last year when we were in the Ozarks and stuff. Drove it up and down the mountains. I drove it an hour to and from Springfield. Problem with the car, biggest problem with the car, is when you get in traffic. When you're sitting still, it heats up. No matter what I've done, it gets hot. We put a bigger radiator in it. Still heats up. Put bigger fans on it. Still heats up. It overheats and it slowly creeps. It's not like it just boom, done. It's slow, 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 slow. As soon as you get in the air, as soon as you move air across it, cools right down. No problems. It just does not sit in traffic. And from what I understand on Power Tour, that's all you do is sit, trying to get in, trying to get out. And that will cause it to overheat. I could do exhaust work to make it quiet for the Power Tour and then take the mufflers back off and let it be straight pipe to keep her happy. But it overheats. And I don't know what the cure for that is. Like I said, I've done bigger radiators. I've done bigger fans. I don't know. I personally think when it's sitting still, it's not so much it moves air. It can't move the air out of the engine compartment because I can have it sitting out here idling forever with the hood open and it doesn't get hot. But as soon as I close the hood and keep it closed, it starts heating up. So I truly believe it's an airflow issue with that car when it's sitting still. So that unfortunately puts that car out because I don't know of a miracle cure to make that better. Other than that, it's a fun car to drive. It's not my cup of tea. I am not a Hearse person. I will state that and state that again. That is her. It is her Hearse. Next vehicle on our list is my truck. My '08 Harley Davidson F350. Got no major issues. The only real issue I have right now with it is my air conditioner. I just put a brand new compressor on it. And my new compressor, the clutch is crap on it. It's open. It won't work. Other than that, it's got a dry shaft vibration that's making its way back. But nothing major. Needs some exhaust work because the exhaust is rotted in a couple of spots. But overall, there's nothing really majorly wrong with it. It's very comfortable to drive. Cruise control, which is real nice on long trips. AC normally works. Nice, comfortable, plush interior. Does not have cooled seats, but it does have the leather seats. You know, my work truck, so there's always stuff packed in it. You know, it's a nice truck. Is it what I want to take on Power Tour? Absolutely not. And I don't even know what requirements for cars are, but like I said, we're going to talk about everything. I absolutely do not want to take this truck. I will. This is like option number 3 at this point in time, I think. Maybe number 2. I don't know. This is on the list of, if this is what I got to take, guess what? This is what I got to take. But, you know, just for you guys that don't know, make sure and like, share, and subscribe. Comment. But absolutely, this is not what I want to take on the Power Tour. But if I have to, this is what I'm going to take because, well, it's my truck. But I got to get the AC fixed. Huh? There's the sun, and you can hear the birds. Anyways, I got to get the AC fixed. So the next one on our list is my, or technically the wife's 2011 F-350 dually, which is not here right now because my daughter got in a car accident last night and she's driving my truck. I can't shoot video of it right now. It's not here, unfortunately, but I can post a few pictures because I actually finally found them. Somehow my phone deleted the whole album of them, but it's not a bad truck. It's basically the same as my F-350, but you know, I don't want to take that. The only thing is it's got on my truck is cooled seats. It's got heated and cooled seats, which is real nice. I used to think that was a joke, but once you get them, you won't ever go back. So that truck, like I said, that is like option 4 or 5 at this point in time. I don't really want to take it either, but that's not the option I want. But if I have to, that's what I'm going to take. We'll see how it plays out, but that's way, way down on the list of options. So let's see what's next on our list. Let's consult the list. All right, after the F-350, the 2011, we're going to talk about my motorhome, which also isn't here because it's still in winter storage. That one's self-explanatory. It's a motorhome. I'm not taking that on Power Tour. It's not a lifted motorhome like they did on Dirt Every Day. It's just a motorhome. So it's my 99 Damon Escaper diesel pusher. We use it for racing. We use it for camping. Nothing majorly wrong with it. It's got a few little things like when it gets home, we got to fix the steps on it. We got to fix a few other things on it, but it's just, it's not happening. Point blank, it's not happening. So that leads us down the list even farther. We got my 77 F-250 is the next one on the list. And we'll insert the video here. We're down here talking about the Power Tour vehicle lot. And this is my 77 F-250. And this is what I'd really like to take, but there's reasons why it's not going to go. And the main reason is that right there, my 400M. It leaks oil out about every orifice you can think of underneath. The top end's been redone, head gaskets and all of that was done. But the timing cover, you can actually look from underneath and look up in it. And I truly believe, I haven't checked it, but I think the thrust is bad in the motor because you can hear it clunk back and forth when you let on and off the gas. It could be the transfer case, but there's a kind of a slap noise too when you're running a constant speed. And I ain't got time to fix it. I was supposed to fix it all this winter. That didn't happen. So other than that, this truck would be cool to take. It doesn't have an overdrive, which would suck, but you just drive 55, 60 miles an hour. I mean, it'll do 70. I've driven at 70 without a problem. But unfortunately, the motor is a limiting factor, and I honestly have tempted to take it, but I don't want any issues. And the transmission leaks too. It works fine, it just leaks too. It needs a front pump seal, and it just needs to be gone through. Truck needs a little more love, but that's what's going on with this one. Now that you've seen the video on the F-250, we got, and we haven't really talked about this. I think I've mentioned it here, but we got an 05 Ford Mustang I picked up. Here's the crown jewel, boys and girls. This is the 08 Ford Mustang I picked up a while back. It came from a family estate, and was a one-owner car. Well, yeah, one-owner car. I'm the second owner of it. I apologize about the sun. I didn't get to this as early as I wanted to today. It's a one owner car. It's been sitting a couple of years now. I've had it for a year and a half or so. And just soak it all in. It needs a little love. It's got a little rust on that corner. The hood's corroded. Did I leave the hood open? Hang on. It's a 4.6 liter V8. Starts, runs, drives. Like I said, it looks a little rough, but needs a good cleaning. It's a 5-speed car, which is one of the reasons why I wanted it. It's a 5-speed car, and this interior just, it needs a good cleaning. It needs somebody smarter than me to clean it. But as you can see, I don't know how well you can tell on the angles, but the seats have a few issues because there is no floor down here. Don't know. Let me try to flip this up here. There is no floor down there. So we gotta get the car in the shop. Smokers, yuck. If you're a smoker, I understand, but it's not my thing. But gotta get this car in the shop, get the interior out, clean the ever-loving bejesus out of it, and just get to figure out how much floor patching it's going to take, and we're going to get the floors patched in it. Needs a couple other little things. The steering's got a little issue. I think it might be the shaft down there. One of the joints is screwed up. I don't know. It's fine, and then it's not, and it just needs some love. The tires are flat spotted from sitting. I just looked. It has a sticker from 23 on the plate, so I don't know if that was the last time it was driven. I know it had sat for a while. That's what I was told. But this is our most viable option for power tour. Take this car and enjoy it, and then decide what I'm going to do with it after that. Once I get it running and driving, I might just drive the wheels off of it. Who knows? But like I said, this is our best option for this year. Well, now that we've talked about the Mustang, let's see what's next on our list of fun. Oh yes, the wonderful Heap. You guys have seen a couple of videos on here of that. We did some rear end work. We did some ABS sensor work. Put a radio in it. It still needs a steering box and a few other things. Currently, it's my wife's daily driver. And the whole reason why we bought this thing, I'm being lazy. I'm just going to put a couple pictures in here because the wife's driving it right now as we speak, was because it's flat towable. And I'm going to pull it behind the motorhome when we go places. So that's why we bought it. And we bought it from a friend. And that's the long and short on that. I'm not taking that Jeep on that power tour. It's just not something that's going to happen. I'll take my truck first. I mean, if it happens, we're way down the list of things. Let's see here. The 79 Cadillac Hearse that you guys don't. This is the 79 Cadillac Hearse my wife acquired not long ago. Is it perfect? No. We're not going to get super in depth on it. I'm not planning on keeping this car. Or we're not planning because it's technically hers. And I know the rear end's got some issues. It's got the V8 Cadillac in it. I think it's the 3 something. I'm not sure. Hang on a second. Back to the Cadillac. I honestly have not looked inside this thing at all. Seats aren't bad. Interior's not bad. It's got some goofy things on the pedal. I didn't know this was taped, but it is what it is. It'll start, run, and drive. Far from perfect, but like I said, these are just not my bag, and not planning on keeping this one. So that's not a real good option. I mean, it could be, but that's like way down on the list. You know, I might put it over my truck if that's what it came to, but right now we're going to stick with the Mustang being the most viable option. So anyways, let's get back to me sitting in the shop. Well, now that we talked about the 79 Hearse, we have one more on my list. And that's the new project we're picking up. I've seen one picture of it. I'll put the picture in here. You didn't really think I was going to show you the actual picture of it. I'm not going to talk about it because I am very firm on it's not in my possession yet. I don't physically own it. Even though deposits and agreements have been made, it's not here. And I don't know what all is involved. It hasn't ran in 4 or 5 years. And I don't know what condition everything else is in. And as of when I'm shooting this, today is the 22nd, because yesterday was 21st of March. And June is the first week of June is the Power Tour. There we go. First week of June is the Power Tour. So I have a little less than 2 months, or a little over 2 months. A little over 2 months. See, I can't even math in my head. But we have, I hate hands on it, but we have this we got to get put back together by May 1st. I got rear brakes to do on that. We got that running and driving again, but we got to do rear brakes on it. And then other stuff comes up. We're going to have to spend some time with my daughter's car, well, depending on what the insurance does, and some other stuff. So, as of when I'm shooting this, we have a little over 2 months to get something running, driving, and reliable to take on Power Tour. We've shown you all the vehicles I currently own. And let me scratch my nose, just because I can. Out of this list, the one I want to make happen, and I'm going to try, it needs a little work, and I don't know what else it's going to need because, as I said in the video, it's been sitting for a while, and it needs floors. We already know it needs some floor work because, well, they're rotted and the seats sit crooked. That's obvious, and I know I need a set of seat brackets, and the interior just really needs replaced, but I financially cannot do that. So I would really like to just clean it all up real good, bomb the interior, and then bomb the interior again, and then, because he was a smoker, and I just absolutely cannot stand smoke smell in a car. And it needs a steering wheel, and it needs, I might just put a cover over the steering wheel. Like I said, the '08 Mustang is my first choice. That's what I really, 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 really want to drive. And, well, I'd rather take something cooler, but at least it's a Mustang. It's a 5-speed, which is fun to drive. Hopefully the air conditioning and everything else works. I don't know. I haven't dug into it that far. But that's my first choice. My second choice, in all honesty, is probably going to be my truck. That's where we're at. My truck, my '08. Let's be specific. My '08 Harley is probably going to be my second choice, if I can take it. I haven't checked into the rules on that. I do have, like I've explained, in the video, my 77. I'd love to take it, but it has enough issues that I don't want to take the chance on it. The 79 Hearse, I don't know enough about it, and I don't want to be stranded with it. I know it's got a rear end issue. I don't know what else it has, and in all honesty, I don't plan on keeping it, which I covered in the video, but we're not keeping it. Jen's car, the 72, I'd love to take it, but it overheats, and like I said, not quite my cup of tea, and the exhaust. But those are not deal breakers on the not my cup of tea and the no exhaust. But the overheating is a deal breaker because I am not going to be cringing the whole time I'm driving it. My car, uncomfortable. The 66, yeah, that's a fantasy. The 64, yeah, we talked about that one too. That ain't going anywhere. So that pretty much leads us down to the Mustang is the project that has to happen. And that needs to be happening. It actually was already supposed to be sitting there, but it hasn't happened yet. So now that that's almost done, and we're going to park my daughter's car in here for the next week or so, but we're going to get the Mustang in here, get the floors replaced, get the interior cleaned, see what else it needs, because it does start, run, move, and drive. It's got some issues. The power steering's not quite right, but I think it's the shaft. Whole bunch of things. I'll do a video on it, but I wanted to talk about what we own and what's going on with each vehicle, and just kind of a Cliff Notes version. We're going to do some more in-depth videos this summer once it gets a little nicer outside about the ones I haven't. And the ones we have, go watch them. You'll learn something, maybe. So, anyways, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys would like to see me drive on Power Tour. I've told you my reasonings. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your guys' thoughts would be. Tell me what you'd love to drive. Like I said, the Mustang is not my first choice, but it is currently, in my opinion, my only real choice. I'd love to take my 77. It doesn't have an overdrive, which, it's not terrible on the highway. I just wouldn't be able to drive fast. But the oil leak in the motor, I'm not sure what's going on with that. So that kind of puts that one out. But that would really be my first choice. But the Mustang, it needs to get fixed anyway, so we're going to get it fixed. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.